Hey, what's going on, family? Today we're going to talk about this meme right here. The Chinese embassy trolled White House Secretary Karoline Leavitt for boycotting Chinese products while wearing a dress that's made in China. Look at the Chinese people coming with some clapback on America because Trump went ahead and increased tariffs on products that apparently Americans buy. Welcome everyone to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe. We break this down as we drop our opinion as to what we think this means and kind of get a laugh at some of the comments that we've seen regarding the people who responded to this meme. All right, so check this out. First comment is right here. The devil wears many faces and Chinese dresses. I wonder if that comment is referring to Karoline. Possibly, could be. I don't know. But it is kind of weird that she has on a dress behind, and I'm sorry, in front of a symbol of the United States, the White House government, and she has a dress that was made in China. When you think you have the position, when you think you're in the position of power and authority, when you increase tariffs on the same country that is manufacturing, that is making the same dress that you have on at the same time that you're putting tariffs on the same country, is crazy. Make it make sense. It would be one thing if she didn't have the dress on, or if she wore something that was actually manufactured, that was sewn in America, made in America, made for America. But she decided to speak on raising tariffs for the Chinese products when in fact she still wears things made in China. Wow. Let's look at the next comment. Just terrific. China has a lot of bad rep over the years, but this is funny as hell. It is kind of funny when you think you're coming through with the power, and in the end, the one that you put the tariffs on is the one that's clapping back at you. This is funny. China is savage AF, loving their PR. They're crushing the US and getting the LOLs while they're doing it. Although the post made me smile, I would frown a 1453 days for Americans not to go through all that to come. I don't know what that even means. So we're just going to go ahead and bypass that comment. Next comment. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Okay. Simple. That's the reason she serves in the Trump administration. Being dumb AF is one of the main requirements for the job. Ain't like she's getting drugged down. People in this comment section don't like her, apparently. Next comment. Trump's Bible is made in China, as well as most MAGA flags, hats, shirts, etc. Go figure. There was a video, I don't know if it's on TikTok or Instagram, but somebody did a video, went into one of Trump's stores, and he looked under the bottom of the products, and majority of the things that he had in the store for sale was made in China. Make it make sense. China keep doing that. Please make them look like the clowns they are. 34% tariffs came from 34 felonies. Enjoy. Let's look at this next comment right here. Link to actual post indicating it was posted in context described. Image here is low value. Wise. Response to that comment. It's amazing how this meme has seemingly gone through a decade of image sharing degradation, despite it only possible to have existed for like not even a week. Or is it a Chinese copy? Nah, it's by the Chinese designer and also made there. So somebody responded to that comment thinking that maybe the one that China is made is a copy of what she has on. Like, is that possible? Of course it is. Like, nobody's going to negate that. We don't know where the original creation of that dress was made from. Was it in America? Could have been. China could have picked it up, copied it, and then they're trying to sell it back. Or it could have been designed, created, and manufactured and sewn in China. Who knows? But it's just crazy that China is coming back to America with jokes, with memes. Like back in the days, that wasn't possible. You know, a lot of people show reverence and respect for the American brand. They respected the reputation of America. People wanted to flock to America. And now you have countries that's actually hitting back at America. They're throwing shots at America. We're seeing a paradigm shift of the perception of what people see America as. It is not that beacon of light that was created from this country, America. It is becoming a laughing stock. It is becoming more criticized of its inability to manufacture and keep a society functioning. That is what China is doing here with the memes that they're doing on Karoline Leavitt. How can you try to place tariffs on the same country that you buy product from? Make it make sense. The devil wears Prada. Love it. All of these morons are using iPhones made in China. Again, that's why Trump went ahead and had to reverse back some of the tariffs that he placed on China. With the semiconductors, with phones, with chips, he had to pull that back because America is very reliant on things that come from China. Now, maybe it won't be the complete finished product, but there's parts, components that goes into the product that America buys that is coming from China. So how do you really think this tariff war is going to go for America? It's not going to go good. It's not going to go good when Trump wants to make America great. Maybe this is what he means when he wants to make America great. But it was complaining, here's the next comment right here. But it was complaining about how if you don't like tariffs, buy American. I looked him dead in the eye and said, you sold Chinese products in your effing store before you sold the store. His response, yeah, but not that many. People in a glass house. This is what this scenario is all about. Oh, you want to throw stones at one country, and when they throw stones back at you, now you're all up in your feelings. No, don't be all up in your feelings. Now be prepared to get hit. Because China was just over there minding their business, and Trump, the one that came out and popped these tariffs across the world. Think about that. Even on the allies that America has, he popped tariffs on them too. Next comment. She's one belt away from endorsing the Belt and Road Initiative. Somebody comment, hey, got any more pixels? No, I give them credit. It looked like the meme was back in the early 90s. It wasn't clean at all. It wasn't high def. So you really don't know for certain if this particular dress was created or made in China. But however, the Chinese folks still ran with it. And it kind of makes America look stupid. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we got before I let you all go, because this is pretty insane that here we are in 2025 and we are seeing other countries clapping back at America. Like America is being seen. Like, how do you think the people in the other countries view America now? Given that we have Trump and his administration back in authority, back in position, how do you think, for real, let's keep it a buck, how do you think these people see America now? Do you think they still trust America? Do you think that they want to have their country like America? What examples do you have that would say America needs to be an example for these other countries now? Let's see what else we got. Whilst wearing an elegant matching MAGA hat made in China, perhaps? Isn't all MAGA merchandise made in China? Look at the comments from the people. They know that majority of the stuff that America imports, that it has on its shelves in its stores, is made from another country. Now Trump wants to reverse that, right? And bring manufacturing back to America. But the crazy part is even if he brings products back to America that's made in America, it's not going to bring back jobs like he think it is, because we are in a robotic age now to where people or companies, businesses want to save resources. They want to save money. So rather than them hiring manual labor to put in screws in iPhones, they would rather have robots do it because they don't need any days off. You don't have to pay them insurance. You don't have to give them benefits. They're just mechanical equipment that is making the product for you. So yeah, bring the manufacturing back, but understand that it's not going to bring a lot of jobs. Not in 2025. This is not the 1970s anymore. This is not the 1960s, 1980s, to where America was able to make majority of its products. So for you, the ones who's listening to my voice, even if Trump is able to bring manufacturing back, don't look forward to it bringing a whole lot of jobs. For one, the cost of living here in America is exceedingly higher than these other countries who makes the product. And they're going to have to pass down the cost to its consumers. Would you rather have your product made in a country to where the cost of it is lower? Or would you rather have your product made in America to where the product's going to be higher because people here in America don't want to get paid chump change? People in America wants to get paid top dollar. That's why majority of the jobs went out of America. Like, let's keep it real. The mentality of the people here in America is not one of other countries. People here in America want the best life. They want a good lifestyle. But what about these other countries? I'm quite sure they want the same thing, but the environment is not conducive for them to have that mentality, at least not yet. Next comment, funny, but is it very possible that the Chinese dress is a counterfeit or whatever one she's wearing? Next, if it's counterfeit, I guarantee the original designer dress was still made in China. Bars. Look at that. That's true though. Like, think about it. Everybody is running under the presumption that everything, even if it's counterfeit, the counterfeit made is still in China. Like, that's crazy. That's buck wild. Somebody even responded to that comment. Yeah, if it's counterfeit, I guarantee that the original designer dress was still made in China. If not China, Vietnam, Korea, Egypt, another country, but it wasn't made in America. So yeah, I'm finished. I just wanted to bring this to your attention of how people are clowning America right now and how they're trying to drop tariffs on the same product that they wear every day. Look at that. So I want your thoughts though. Let me know your opinion. Make sure you maintain profit, and as always, trade different.